This is a very brilliant question, and you can always tell the brilliance of a man by the question they raise. So you strike me as a very brilliant individual. What is the difference between res judicata and Fanctus Officio? On the face value, res judicata has similitudes of Fanctus Officio, but they are worlds apart. Just like to the inexperienced, franchising looks like licensing. But when you begin to get a closer scrutiny, then you identify that franchising is worlds apart from licensing. So what is res judicata? In linguistics, one needs to understand that in order for you to appreciate the operation of a word, you look at how that word is structured. So in res judicata, it is made up of two independent words coming up to form a compound word, res judicata. So the first word is res, the other word is judicata. Res means things. So just like we have res ipsa loquita, let the things speak for themselves. So res is things. Judicata, on the other hand, means judicial attention, judicial notice. So res judicata mean on the face value the right things for the right judicial attention. So res judicata as a principle holds that when a matter has been arrived at in finality in a court of competent jurisdiction, then that matter cannot be relitigated. So it is important for us, whenever we are looking at res judicata, to ask ourselves one question: was that matter rightfully within the jurisdiction of that court? So if we identify that there is overlap between the jurisdiction of a court and the matter that the court was entertaining, then that matter will stand relitigation. So the only way that courts will protect their integrity to avoid relitigation is courts will always conduct itself to arrive at, is this matter within our jurisdiction? Does this matter fall within the jurisdiction of this court? So let me ask us, how then do courts arrive at ensuring that matters fall within their jurisdiction? There are two important questions that courts must find. The first question in any matter is courts must always ascertain the existence of jurisdictional question. And jurisdictional questions are in the questions of law. It's in the questions of law that courts will satisfy themselves that this matter falls within our jurisdiction. After satisfying itself, courts will look at then what are the questions of facts. The questions of facts, now that one is outside the questions of law, but that one comes subsequently. The first question every court must answer is the question of law. Once a court has satisfied its curiosity that this matter falls within our jurisdiction, then the principle of res judicata kicks in. So the point of departure between Fanctus Officio and res judicata is res judicata is restricted to the judicial arm of government, while Fanctus Officio is how public officials ought to conduct themselves in discharging a mandate. In order for us to arrive at a mandate of a public official, we look at the parent statute, because it is a parent statute that creates a public official. Within that statute in its construction, then we look at what was the level of mandate to be discharged. I had mentioned there are only two levels of mandate. There is a mandate that is mandatory. Whenever you look at a statute or the constitution and you come across this word shall, that word shall spells out mandatory duty to be discharged. Whenever you come across this word will, then that one conveys discretion on the part of the public official. So that is how we look at and we manage by measuring Fanctus Officio. So whenever an individual in discharging his mandate, whether that mandate is discretionary or that mandate is mandatory, as long as the public official has rightfully discharged that mandate, as far as that public official is concerned, it is Fanctus Official. It is final, right? When now we are looking at the judicial arm, we restrict ourselves to jurisdictional question. It is only jurisdictional question that will insulate a court from, and the courts will always protect their integrity by arriving at jurisdictional matters. Fanctus Officio is how we gauge the performance of duties for any public official, whether that public official is in the judicial arm of government, or that public official is in the legislative arm of government, or that public official is in the executive arm of government. The ambit is a function of mandate. But when it comes to res judicata, then we look at judicial performance of judicial authority. The only way a matter cannot be relitigated is to arrive at the questions of jurisdiction. So what is relitigation? Relitigation means that litigation only happens at the court of first instance. Litigation is not subsequent. Subsequent, we now employ the tool of appeal. The tool of appeal is available to everyone, and you can exhaust it to how far the judicial hierarchy in your jurisdiction go. But judicial appeal should not be confused with relitigation. Relitigation is when a court has taken time to apply itself on a matter. That matter can be relitigated if the court did not have that competence, the court did not have that jurisdiction. That is why whenever you approach court, you must ascertain and you must prove to the court that this court has competent jurisdiction to entertain this matter. That is how now we look at res judicata and we look at Fanctus Officio, and that is how we balance and measure. Res judicata is exclusively for judicial performance, and Fanctus Officio is for public officials. I hope I have exhaustively and comprehensively attended to this question to your satisfaction. My name is Ogwang. If you found this content interesting, on this channel all we do is to help us appreciate the law as a tool that we can use to grow our businesses. The law as a tool that we can use to be competitive at the marketplace. The law is not adversarial. The law is a tool. And you can put that tool to work on your behalf. You can put that tool to work in your career. My name is Ogwang, and I'm the principal at Franchise and Licensing Institute, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care. God bless, and bye-bye.